Hello everybody, welcome back to another show. My name is Kent, this is the Utah Vinyl Connection, and I want to just show you some records that I've found in the last couple months. And I want to start off with a box set that I got this. I was going to show it in my last video, but I spaced it off. But anyway, I picked up this Buddy Holly box set, and the lady I bought it from says, "Yeah, you can just have this one. It's just cassettes." I said, "I don't care, It's cool to have." So it's got a 64-page booklet with it. It's just perfect condition. I took the cassettes out of there, and they've never even been played. I mean, well, it doesn't look like it. They're all rewound back to the original position. And so it's a good souvenir to have. And then this next record, I found this one. Actually, I have had this one for probably a year or so. This is Emitt Rhodes. I got this record in a grab bag. You get a box of records for, $15. You don't even know what's in there. So I checked this out, Emitt Rhodes. They call him the one-man Beatle because he plays everything by himself. He recorded this in his own studio. And this is his second album. The first one is one I just recently picked up. This is his debut, Emitt Rhodes. He's really cool. This is out of the 70s. But like I say, he plays everything. All the instruments, he produces it. And it does sound a lot like the Beatles. I'm sure a lot of you have heard this, but I found that first one. I thought, one day I'm going to find that second one, and I found it. This next record I found at a collection that I've been adding to from a guy. He was from Santa Rosa, New Mexico, and I'm in Utah. For some reason, his collection ended up here in a record store. Huge collection. And I've got a whole bunch of them, and that's going to be for some videos down the road. But this one was part of it. This was Emmylou Harris with her debut album, Gliding Bird. This came out in 1969 originally under a different label. It was on Jubilee, and they directly went out of business right after that, and so the record was not getting, advertised, and it wasn't getting out for the public to buy. So this was re-released back in 1979, and it's an amazing record. This is good. It's got "I'll Be Your Baby Tonight," a Bob Dylan song. It's got "I Saw the Light" by Hank Williams on here. It's got a bunch of her own stuff, Clocks, Gliding Bird. I think that was hers. No, I don't think that was hers, but Everybody's Talking. But this is kind of a folk album. And it's really good. Sounds a lot like, Joni Mitchell and stuff like that. But it's an amazing record. This next record is one that I sent away for. I pre-ordered. And I finally got it in a while back. This is Billy Strings, Me and Dad. Record with him and his dad. It's got, his dad is Terry Barber. It's got Ronnie McCoury and Rob McCoury. Michael Cleveland on the fiddle. You got Jerry Douglas is on here. And his mom is even on here singing one song. But this is a really good record too. His dad was the one that taught him how to play music, play the guitar. And hopefully most of you know who Billy Strings is. He's probably one of the hottest acts out there in any genre right now. So if you can check that album out, it's good, a good one. This record here I found a while back. I've been looking for this record. It was Ruby Star and Grey Ghost. I remember hearing this back in the mid-70s. And then, God, for years and years I would think, who was that? You know, I couldn't remember who it was, and finally, you know, figured out who it was, but you couldn't stream it, you couldn't find it, you couldn't Google it, you couldn't do anything. So I finally found this record, Ruby Star and Grey Ghost. It's got Burning Whiskey, Sweet, 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 Witching Hour. It's great. It's a really good record. But the wife and I listened to it. I tried so long to get this thing, and I just, you know, it's still great, but it's just not my cup of tea anymore. So, but I'm glad to have it anyway. That might be passed along to somebody that really wants it. But I did find it after all these years. This next record is a good record as well. This is Marianne Faithfull's Greatest Hits. She was really popular back in the 60s and 70s. As Tears Go By, Scarborough Fair, Monday Monday. She does a lot of covers on this. And she was Mick Jagger's girlfriend for quite a while, 4 years or so. Back in the days when she was kind of a druggie, you know, she was addicted to heroin and she was homeless, but she was hanging out with Mick and really put out some good music. And she's still alive. That's a good story. She worked through all of her addictions and straightened her life out. Beautiful gal. This record I found up there in on the marketplace. I saw one of those things you go buy some. And this is right after Robert Gordon had died, which wasn't too long ago. I mean, and I was really not familiar with Robert Gordon. I know a lot of you probably are. Kind of rockabilly music. This is a good album for sure. It's got Link Wray playing on it. And so I had to go. That's the main reason why I went up there to get this one. They had $2 records, $5 records, and $8 records. This one I think was $2. On RCA. Also, at that same place, I think this one was another $2. This one is, I'm going to take this out of there. I believe this record came out in 1966. Beat Group by the Hollies. This was signed by Claudia Upton. She's got her address on there and everything. You know, it's kind of, I mean, it's really not that bad a shape. But the record itself is really nice. It's on Imperial. Just nice and shiny. It's a good record. I like the Hollies. I've got 2 or 3 of their other albums. Put this away later. Also, these next 2, these were in the $8 one, so I didn't care. I don't mind paying that for a decent record like this. This one is Rose on Cash, 7-Year Ache. This probably came out in the 80s sometime. Back at this time, she was selling more records than her dad was, Johnny. But this is, there you go, inner sleeve. And the songs. "7-Year Ache," "Blue Moon with Heartache," "My Baby Thinks He's a Train." Yep, that was a great record. This next one is a guy I've actually seen in concert. There's a concert hall out in Wendover, Nevada, a couple hours from here, where you can go gambling. You know, they have a dispensary there. They have a huge liquor store. But this is Hillbilly Deluxe by Dwight Yoakam. He was playing a show out there. The wife and I went out there and watched that. It was a fantastic show. Look at that guy. This is a really good record. It's the only Dwight Yoakam record I have. Another one of these records that was at that house. This one was a $5 record. This is the Byrds Easy Rider. This is back when Clarence White was in the band, Roger McGuinn, Gene Parsons, John York. This is a really good record too, and it's in perfect shape. It's got the hole, you know, the hole there, and it kind of lines up if you put it in the same way they had it with the sleeve. Okay, this next record is, let's go to this one here. This is one I bought not too long ago either. This is from the guy in New Mexico. This is one is part of his collection. This is the Cowboy Copas Story. It's a double record. It's got some really, really cool pictures on there. And little stories. Cowboy Copas, if you didn't know, was on the same plane that crashed with Patsy Cline. And he was a big star as well. This is on Star Day Records. It's in really good shape. This next record is one that, this was right after Record Store Day, Black Friday. It was Black Friday or whatever. And so they had big sales at the record store. And this one, they had a lot of these on sale. So I got this one for, $10, I think it was. Richard Thompson, one of my favorite artists. Hell of a guitar player. I've only got like 4 of his albums, but I've got a whole bunch of his CDs. I don't know if you haven't heard of Richard Thompson. He's kind of a UK version of Bob Dylan in a way. He played with in Fairport Convention, and he's really great. This one is on Capitol on clear vinyl. I think this record is, I don't know when it originally came out. Because I can't see. But if you get a chance to listen to some Richard Thompson, you know, look him up on YouTube. 52 Vincent Black Lightning or whatever it is. 52 Vincent something. Then this one I found. This one was a Black Friday. This one was a Record Store Day. And this one is Townes Van Zandt, At My Window. Love Townes Van Zandt. He's one of my favorite artists of all time. There he is right there. Passed away way too young. This is the 35th anniversary of this record. I've never even seen this record, but this is also on a beautiful blue vinyl on Sugar Hill. So that's really all I got to show you today. I just wanted to make a quick video. trying to get back into the groove of things. Just want to thank everybody for watching. Thank for subscribing. If you wouldn't mind, hit the like button. Maybe even hit the notification button. Tell your friends. I want to give a shout out to Art, the North Carolina vinyl picker. I've got an album coming from him soon. I sent him a check. And as soon as it gets there, he's going to be sending me the record. Looking forward to that one. Shout out to Stoner. I always like watching his shows. So I Married a Record Collector. I love their shows as well. I love to watch JT, Old Goat. I mean, all of them. I mean, I like a lot of them. So anyway, I don't want to keep you. So thanks for watching. Peace. Bye.